my channel. My name is Ariana, but you can call me Ari. Today we'll be going through about a 20-minute yoga mobility, yogability, named to be worked out better, flow. All you need today is just a mat, a little extra space, and some padding for knees because we will be on our knees for a bit of the time today. So with that, let's just play around on the four corners of our mat. Invite some creativity, some energy, and just really feel into our body, allowing ourselves to expand. More importantly, to have fun. I'm with you, you're with me eventually. So let's get going. So you can come into tabletop position here and we'll get started. Hands just under shoulders and knees, just hips width distance, 90 degrees under our hips, untucking our toes. Flat spine, look out to the horizon just in front of you. And on an inhale, we'll arch our belly towards our mat. And then inhale all the way up with our spine towards the ceiling. And again, like a wave, belly to the mat. Inhale, arching the spine towards the ceiling. Exhale, belly to mat. And then inhale, spine to ceiling. Hold here. Just a few extra moments. And then exhale, big belly to mat, look up. And then come to neutral. And we'll take 3 circles. Forward inhale. And then exhale, booty towards your ankles, your heels, and then coming up the other side. So just circling around your space. Embracing the pops, the shakes, whatever your body is doing. And then as we come back forward on that inhale, we'll exhale and reverse the direction, coming over your heels and then coming back up towards your hands, back towards your heels. Nice big circles, really exaggerate into the space. We try so hard to fit in confines of everything else the rest of the day. This is your chance to say, screw the rules. This is your time. Come to a neutral spine. I'm just a guide here. And as your guide says, let's lift our right leg straight and behind us, nice and long here, really extending past your mat. And then left arm comes up in front of your face. On an inhale, just rise slowly. Exhale, knee and elbow connect. Inhale, everything straightens and extends. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long, look out. And then exhale, elbow to knee. And on your next time, we'll meet out, both arm and foot extended. Inhale, reach up high. And then exhale, left hand plants. Untuck your left toe and lift up into a single leg downward facing dog. This might be quite intense for the moment. We're just here for one breath. Inhale. And on an exhale, knee to nose. So tucking your knee towards your nose. Inhale, extend long behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend long behind. Last time, inhale and exhale, knee to nose. And extend long behind. And then drop the foot down to the mat. So both feet are now connected with the mat, bending into our knees and pedaling out our feet. Walking our dog. Breathe. Find your rhythm, find your pace. You have a short time together, and we're just playing. That's all we're doing. On your next exhale, find stillness in your down dog. And on an inhale, ripple roll yourself out to plank. Hold here, look up. And then drop your knees back down to the mat and find tabletop once more. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your chest to the mat. Extend your legs long behind you, coming down fully on the mat now, and then lift up into cobra, and then drop back down towards your mat. Hands come a little bit wider this time, maybe on the fingertips. And ripple, rolling ourselves back up on one big inhale. Cobra, look up. And back down we go. We'll do one more here, one more big cobra. Maybe your hands come even wider this time. And as you roll back up, your neck is the last to lift on your nice big inhale. And then exhale all the way back down. Exhale. Hands just underneath your chest. We lift up and back to tabletop. Readjust as needed. Maybe shake side to side. And then we repeat the other side. Left leg comes nice and long, straight and behind us. Right arm up this time. Inhale, lift up just a little bit higher. Exhale, elbow and knee connect. Inhale, extend long. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend nice and long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, everything straightens nice and long like one big sword. And then exhale, right hand touches the mat. Untuck your back toes and lift up into your single leg down dog, however feels right for you. Again, we're really getting into it. So maybe you do have bigger bends in your planted leg, and that's completely fine. Of course it is. It's your practice. All right, enough. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. And then inhale back out and up. Single leg down dog. Exhale, bring that knee towards your nose. Inhale back out. And exhale, knee to your nose. Back to down dog. And then planting your left foot this time by your right and pedal out your feet once more. You can hear my breath, and I know sometimes it's like erg when you can really hear a yoga teacher's breath so close to the mic. But maybe it just allows a little reminder for yourself to breathe as we take a stroll to the top of our mat and meet in a forward fold, finding a generous bend into our knees. Maybe you can grip your elbows as you sway side to side. Just we're playing here. That's all we're doing. Inhale and exhale. And then we find center, generous bend in our knees as our right hand plants. And take a bend into the right knee, opening up to the left. Left hand comes to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, both hands on the mat. Bend into the left knee this time, spiraling to the right. Right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale, both hands now on the mat. Halfway lift. And then forward fold. Step back to plank. This time your chaturanga. Either knees on the mat as you bring your chest to the mat, or full plank all the way down, and then lifting up into your upward facing dog or cobra, and then meeting back in downward dog. However you got there, well done. Hello. Okay. And on an inhale, bringing our right foot towards the ceiling, and then taking a generous bend into that knee, opening up our hip just slightly. We'll take two big circles here. So bringing our knee down past our knee, up to the right, towards the ceiling as far as it goes. One more time, down past our knee, up towards the ceiling, and then meeting again, straightening behind us and bringing it forward, planting it just in between our hands, back knee plants, untucking the back toes, meeting up in a low lunge crescent. How'd you do? Well, if you're here, you got there. It doesn't matter how you did. You got here. Inhale, pushing through our pelvis, pushing through our hips, feeling that really start to electrify. Inhale, reach up, look up. And on an exhale, extending the front foot, adjusting as needed, coming down, the hands plant. Chest comes closer to your knee, runner's lunge. Inhale, bringing back up into the crescent, adjusting our front foot. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, we plant outside the leg, or if you want to challenge the balance, airplane those arms. Find something in front of you that's not moving. And on your next inhale, we rise back up. Low lunge crescent, maybe your knee pops just like mine. And last time here, exhale, runner's lunge, hands plant or airplane. Find here for 3. Find here for 2. Find here for 1. Next inhale, we come through our low lunge crescent, lifting up on our back, knee coming into high lunge, everything extends. And on an exhale, we cactus the arms, pulling back with our chest slightly, feeling the expansion. Hands plant just outside of our foot. Exhale and step back into downward facing dog. Ripple rolling out to plank for your chaturanga. Halfway down and lifting up, rolling our shoulders down and back, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I am genuinely surprised neither of my cats have come into the video so far. Disappointment. They should appear soon, hopefully. On an inhale, our left foot now raises towards the ceiling, and we'll take that generous bend into our knee, expanding our hip. 2 big circles here. Knee comes down past our knee, up to the left, towards the ceiling, and again, down past our knee, up to the left, towards the ceiling as much as possible. Extending again the long leg, and then exhale, bring it through, planting in between our hands, however you need it to get there. Back knee plants, untuck the toe. Low lunge crescent. How'd you do? Inhale, reach up, look up. You know where we're going. Exhale, runner's lunge, extend the front leg, hands plant. If you did it on the other side, maybe you try the airplane, or you just try it this time. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge, look up, pushing through the hip. Exhale, runner's lunge, hands plant, or airplane. Inhale, crescent lunge, pushing through the hips, through the pelvis, look up, and then exhale. Runner's lunge, airplane those arms if you got it. We'll hold for 3, we'll hold for 2, and we'll hold for 1. On an inhale, we come back up through crescent lunge, tucking the toes, coming up into high lunge. Both legs extend nice and straight. And then exhale, we settle, cactus the arms, bending into the front leg, pulling our chest back. And then exhale, hands plant. We step back through plank, coming down halfway, your chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs here. Breathing here. And then we'll find some stillness. Pushing through the base of your palms. Your fingers should be light. Okay, let's go. We'll continue our flow. Right leg lifts nice and long towards the ceiling. Exhale, we step it on through. We'll build on what we've done here. So come down into your crescent lunge, untucking your back toe, reach up, look up. Runner's lunge, extend the front leg, hands plant or airplane. On your inhale, we come up into high lunge, so tucking the back toes, lifting all the way up, extending both legs towards the ceiling, reach up, look up. Exhale, cactus, and settle. Now we're gonna twist this. So inhale, extend everything long and look up. On your next exhale, bending into the front leg, twisting our torso towards the right, twisted high lunge. And again, inhale, untwist, look front. Exhale, settle in, bend, and twist. Twisted high lunge. One more here. Inhale, untwist, look to the front. And then we settle. Exhale, bend into the front leg, twist towards the right, and hold here. Twisted high lunge. Challenge the balance. Challenge your own stability and your ability. You got this. On an inhale, we'll tip back, twisted reverse high lunge. And then we'll spiral completely open into warrior two. Meeting here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, we settle, flying our warrior. Just finding expansion. We're not stagnant. And settle. One more here. Told you I had cats. Inhale, reach up. My gunner. And exhale, settle. Finding the full expression of this posture. Your back foot 90 degrees against the back of the mat. Arms so straight like a sword. Inhale, reach forward just slightly. And exhale, tip back, reverse warrior, light in the left hand. And then we'll tip all the way forward, side angle, elbow to knee, reaching up over our ear, nice and strong, and using our left arm that's over our head like leverage to lift us up and out of our body. Look up. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing our hands to frame our foot, stepping back to plank. Coming through your chaturanga, down to the mat. Lifting up, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. It's always a little bit of a risk to move on the mat when you're not sure where your cat is. Can't lie, a little distracted going, please don't step on my cat. Okay. Left leg comes to the sky. Nice long extension here. And then exhale, we bring it through, setting it in between our hands as you need to get there. Crescent lunge, back knee plants, untuck the toe, reach up, look up, inhale. And exhale, runner's lunge, coming down as you wibble and wobble. Maybe you airplane the arms if you got it. And then we'll come back up again, high lunge variations. Let's go. Inhale, everything reaches up. And exhale, settle into high lunge with cactus arms. And then pulling slightly backwards so we feel the expansion in our chest. Look up. And now we'll twist this. Inhale. Everything nice and long towards the ceiling. And then exhale, we'll twist this time towards the left. Our torso twists. Look out over our left. Hello. Inhale. Everything up. Exhale, settle and twist. I hope that wasn't too loud in the mic. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, settle and twist. And we'll hold here for 3 rounds of breath. Inhale. I won't deadpan stare at you. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, we'll drop our left arm towards the back of our thigh and reach back, reverse, twisted high lunge. You got this. And then exhale everything completely and come into warrior two. Warrior two is kind of like a present at this point. Said no one. All right, back foot 90 degrees against the mat. Inhale, bring everything to straighten. And exhale, settle in, bend into the front leg, look out over your fingertips. Inhale, everything comes up. And we settle back. Exhale, nice and long. Last time here, inhale, everything straightens. Exhale, we settle, and already we'll tip back, reverse warrior, looking up towards the ceiling like you can paint the sky. And then coming all the way forward. And exhaling and settling into side angle on this side, looking up toward your right arm, which is extended past your head. Using it as leverage to lift up and out. Like you can spin open and look at your ceiling just a little bit more. breathing in and breathing out. On your next exhale, pivoting forward, finding the mat again with both hands, stepping back into plank. Knees on the mat this time. Chest and chin come to the mat, and we'll meet in a cobra pose, so your pelvis is still connected to the mat, elbows are bent, chest is high. And then we bring ourselves down on an exhale. Again, just like that. Inhale. Chest and heart come up, cobra pose, look up. And then exhale back down. And then inhale, we rise once more. Maybe we just give ourselves a little bit more expansion, straightening our arms fully, it feels good. And then we'll exhale and settle. And then shifting up through tabletop into child's pose. So our booty finds our heels as we extend forward, reaching towards the top of our mat, as if our fingertips could just walk away from us at any point. If you got it and if you like it, sometimes I like to come on my fingertips and allow my chest to fall even deeper towards the mat. It's not the most perfect expression of the posture, but I like it. And then on an inhale, we'll walk our hands towards our knees. And we'll come around into a butterfly. A butterfly to start. So I'm facing you so you can see. So start in butterfly. And then we'll take our knees from here to 90-90. So one knee in front and the other 90-90. From here, right arm plants behind us. And we'll lift through our hips off the mat, leading with our pelvis, reaching up with our left arm over our ear, over our head, feeling our hips expand. And then coming back down towards the mat, shifting to the other side, same thing, left hand behind us, lifting up through our hips, reaching up over our ear with our right arm. Inhale. Exhale, we settle back. Let's do one more on each side because it just feels so good. All right, to the other side, we lift through our pelvis, reach up over our ear, settle back. Last time, other side, swivel, swivel. Lifting up through the pelvis, right arm comes up overhead. Inhale. And exhale. And now we'll meet officially in butterfly. The soles of our feet connect. Hands can clasp around them. Inhale and exhale, coming closer to your toes. Trying to keep a flat spine until honestly you decide that it feels just so good to release. This is your end of the practice, so you get to decide what feels right for you and how you want to close your flow. And then from here, on an inhale, we rise. And we'll come to a cross-legged seat. So thank you for choosing and clicking this video and flowing with me today. I hope to see you next time. Like, subscribe. I would love to hear your feedback and comments. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye, everyone.